What up, everybody? Happy Friday. Starting a little late with a car wash. I'll let you guys see the behind the scenes. You can see the actual car wash go down. Or maybe you'll watch it from the back here. I have the sunroof open too. Here's the sunroof. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I'm just starting. What about not starting the stream up until I got it? What up? What up? Ooh, look at all the sun. I know it's buffering a little bit. I'm getting onto the main road here in maybe 3 minutes. I think it'll be better there. Oh, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this car wash that I'm at, it's also a dog wash. You see how there are dogs in the parking lot here? So not only is it a car wash, but you can clean your pooch. I'll pull over here to the side. I think there are a couple people already in there washing. It's this right here. So this whole area inside here is a dog wash. I've seen a couple that are like this. That's the little sink right there. All right, everybody, sorry about that. I had to get mainly the main thing I wanted to do was clean the windshield. Windshield is what we're going to be looking out of probably 85% of the time tonight. Unless I get out. I got hurt the weekend before last, and so I'm 2 weeks sidelined, feeling a lot better. I may or may not get out of the car tonight. We'll see. I've seen some dirty dogs go in there for a wash. It made me wonder if that's where people go after their dog gets hit by a skunk. A lot of skunks around here. And this dude's riding a bike. No reflectors, all black. Headphones on, perfect. I thought you weren't going to stream tonight. So I'm not going to stream tomorrow night. I'm going to Kasa Bonita Saturday night. So tonight's Friday. I am going to be live tonight. Welcome everybody that is going to hang out tonight. Tomorrow night I have plans. And the plan for tomorrow night is to go to Kasa Bonita with the fam. We're going to do kind of a weird route into Boulder. Hopefully I don't get lost. We're going to take kind of like some back roads. Actually, I'll take you in here first. What up, Ellie? What up, Tony? Ace? This is the turn. It was very nice today. It was like 83 degrees. We were driving around. Linda was like, we need need to start playing some golf. That was my favorite comment of the day so far. Linda got into golf. Well, actually, she's been in golf pretty much for the last 10 years. We started playing par 3 courses. And Colorado has a ton of courses. This is Topgolf Thornton. One of these weekends you'll have to come down to Colorado Springs. I would love to. Love for the Packers. Thank you for that. Whoop. Whoop. Jeez. Oh, I like this area on the very bottom. So you see the girl on the right that's putting her foot in front? There's like a little motion detector thing that gets the ball to pop out. Looks like she's using a putter on the right. Boop. Whoa, golf cart guy's going in. Code 3. This reminds me of Hollywood Squares with Shadow Stevens. Hey, thank you, Jack and Neve, for the membership. Do you guys have Topgolf in New Zealand? This is Topgolf. Have that cart running at all times. I've been in one of those golf cart pickers before. It just started warming up. This has been, well, I guess it wasn't really that empty during winter because they have heaters on every one of those bays. I think they make a lot of money from people that rent it out for business parties, birthday parties. When you're inside, you can play Jenga, cornhole. There's a bunch of like bar games. The first one of these I ever went to was in Texas, in Houston. And then they opened one in Vegas, and Linda and I really like the Vegas one. We go there quite a bit. When it was freezing and frosting, the gate over here used to get solid white. It looked really cool. Man, they have a lot of parking. So basically Topgolf is like a golfing video game simulator. Right in front of you is a screen, and then you can do different, like you can, I really don't know how to explain it. It's like a video game where you choose all of these different things to do. So it's not just golfing for the low score. Yeah, there's golfing games for all levels. And so you don't need to have any like golfing talent, golfing experience. You can just show up and start smacking it, as evident by the people that we just saw that looked like they were teeing off with a putter. But each one of these little bays, you rent one of these bays. Like, let's say these people right here. And then the screen that's in front of him, that's kind of telling him where he's aiming. Boom. So he looks at it, but then he looks up at the screen because it's going to tell him where he ended up. All right, we'll see if this lady is pro right here. So what she's doing on the bottom, there's like a little motion detector thing. You can put your club in front of it, and that's what makes the ball come out. Watch her hit the windshield of the car. Boom. So she's golfing in high heels, which is how the pros do it. If you're going golfing, you definitely want to get out the high heels. Oh, she's going to take a break. All right, we're going to see if this girl's going pro right here. Boom! That looked like a hockey shot. That looked like a slap shot. See, she's putting her club in front of that little motion detector thing. Boom! Oh, nice. What up, everybody? Thank you, Mike Brosnan, member for 8 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And Dan P, member for 8 months. I missed that one. Thank you, Dan. All right, I think we're going to go into Boulder. I'll do the driving. You guys do the riding. What up, Sonia? What up, Jack? Love for Packers. Obi's in here. Ellie. Shammy's in here. What up? CMO made it. All right, I'm not sure what's going to happen tonight. I almost brought Linda with me, but she looked kind of tired. I thought maybe she couldn't hang for the whole night. Look at this Jeep. Somebody cleaned up the tires for the weekend on this Jeep. I like it. Oh, he's on his phone. He's texting and driving right here. Hey, he's watching the stream. What up, bro? What if he really was watching the stream? Yeah, if you've never been here, number one, come check it out for yourself. They have them in Scottsdale, Arizona. They have them everywhere. And then I think they're going to start putting up putt shacks everywhere. Oh, buddy. So this is the driving range, and then the putt shack is the mini golf video game simulator. And then the parking lot out here is where people smoke, do their little pregame tailgate drinking. Hey, Linda's mad at the bike rack, but look at this bike rack. These kids just took off right in front of me too. You missed it because I was checking out the rack, but. So this is where we are, Topgolf. Oh, they pulled up to get this one girl. The whole car is full. I would take you inside, but I bet the reception's bad in there. Joy, what up? Date night Jeep, what up, Ryan? We just got a car wash, so I'm pretty sure those kids are like, oh, this dude's cruising tonight. Why would you get a car wash at 9 o'clock at night unless you were setting up for a long night of cruising? LE flew into the pink. Nice. Wow, 2 years of membership. That's huge. Thank you so much, Ellie. I was gonna go left, but now I'm thinking right. So there's a couple different things that we could do. I think we're just gonna head into Boulder first. Von Cruel, thank you for the membership. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to Boulder. That's dope. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Von Cruel. This is a huge Amazon warehouse. Here, check it out. It starts here, and then this parking lot has, I'm gonna guess, 400 of those new electric vans. I should have pulled in right there. Hold on, maybe I can pull in right here. Yeah, I can. If you're in Colorado and you're waiting for a package, it's probably on one of these trucks right here. So check this out. Count how many are in here. I didn't think I would just be able to drive in here. But I guess they want me in here. Jeez. So I bet this is like ooh, look at I like the white ones. This reminds me of Stripes with Bill Murray. So I bet you just have a parking spot and then you go and like QR code your daily route, and then they just assign you one of these vehicles. They're all electric boogie woogie too. They did everything but send you a written invitation. I'm surprised there's not just like one Tesla charging over here. I mean, it just goes on forever. So what do you do? Like back it up to the back door and then they fill it? Do they fill these at night? Like how's that? You see these driving all over around here. And it also feels like anybody that wants a job can get a job. You just kind of, you know, it's almost like signing into Uber or something. It's like, all right, take a shift, dropping stuff off. I wonder how many of these vans they ordered. I'd like to put in an order for 74,000 electric vans. Wow, I wonder if they don't have security because it would slow them down just a little bit. What up, Terry? What up, Darren? Veterans, what up? Oh, there goes one right now. Iggy Maldonado, we will be in Vegas next week for WWE. Sick. Who else is going to Vegas for WWE? I keep seeing like streamer type people on wrestling. They'll have iShow Speed or Logan Paul, Tony Hinchcliffe. It's like comedians and podcasters are now showing up on WWE. If I would have stayed in the mainstream, maybe you'd be seeing me at WWE. I'd be getting tombstoned though. Let me tell you something, brother. Alright, if you're just joining us, we are in North Denver. I'm going to take us on the super local back route, and we're going to sneak into Boulder. It's Friday night about 9:30. It's super nice outside, so I bet the kids are going to be partying tonight. Here, I'll pull in here too for you to check out. This is a fire station here in Thornton. Brand new fire station. Amy, what up? Jennifer, what up? All the look at the doors on the truck. They're just ready. They're open. The firefighters are in there. I think they're like checking the baby box to see if I dropped off a baby. Sorry, I'll drop it off at the next one. That's a big thing in Korea, baby box. If you had a baby and then you're having second thoughts, they have just like a little area that you can leave it for somebody that wants a baby. This area that I'm in right now in Denver, no surrounding areas have pulse point. So the closest place that has pulse point is in Fort Collins, which is like 40 minutes north of here. And there's a college up there. CSU is in Fort Collins. What up, everybody? Congratulations, Jack. Your son, so sorry for Jack, to your son, so sorry for your loss. Oh, I missed what was going on there. What up, Trace? What up, TL? One of the things I appreciate about this area is how dark it is. When we were living in Southern California, we would look up in the sky and it would just be pink. At least here you look up and it's dark and there's stars. I like that a lot. I also like that it's little to no air traffic. So no helicopters, really not a lot of planes. Yeah, it almost feels like we're camping right now. There's such little going on. I dig it. Not as great for streaming. When you're streaming, you just want like Animal House craziness on both sides. But I don't know, it's relaxing for me. It's about to get warm. Linda and I are going to be doing a lot of camping, hopefully some fishing. A lot of bike riding. Some kite flying. I just got the air conditioner fixed in here right in time for the summer to hit. Have you hit any animals while driving? No. When I was younger, growing up in Iowa, my dad hit a deer, and that's probably the main huge animal that I've been in the car for a hit. The story with that was my dad was taking my sister and myself to go get a Christmas tree. And one of my mom's friends had left the state, and he had this big Cadillac, like the Cadillac where the hood is just as big as the trunk, just huge, a boat of a car. And we were going to go get a Christmas tree, and my dad was like, well, we might as well tie it. If it won't fit in the trunk of this car, we can tie it to the roof. And I was just so stoked because this car was sitting for sale in the front of our house for a while, just with a sign on it. And I was like, yeah, let's take the car. So we get in the car. It smelled horrible. It smelled like vanilla Christmas trees, if you know what I'm talking about. The Christmas tree air freshener. And we're driving. We're in the middle of Iowa, so a little bit south of Des Moines. And pretty far in front of us, we see a bunch of deer crossing the road. And so my dad was like, oh, look. And so we're checking it out. And my sister's in the front seat. I'm in the back seat. Probably in the middle like this, no seatbelt. The deer were crossing like way in front of us. So I'm looking over here to the right as where they just crossed. And then my dad goes, oh shit. And we looked to the left, and there was one of them that didn't make it. So the whole group is over here to the right, and we're on the highway. We slowed down because of the deer, but we thought they were all to the right. Some, late to class deer decides to frogger across the road. My dad swerves. I'm in the back seat. I remember flying around. He hit the legs, and the whole body went boom right into the windshield, like dead center. Flew over the windshield. My sister just screams right in my dad's face, like as loud as she can. Hold on. I'll let you see where we're driving while I continue the story. And so I'm young. I'm probably 7 or 8. And we're on the side of the road. There's blood on the hood. There's the car wasn't really that damaged because it's one of those old school cars made out of metal. And so we walk back. We're looking at the deer, and the deer was in bad shape. My sister's in the car freaking out. She's looking out the back window. So I walk over there with my dad, and the deer was in really bad shape. And he's like, we have to take care of this. And I was like, what does that mean? And so my dad put it out of its misery. And I was so young. I was just like, oh my God, this is some real wilderness Nat Geo right in front of me. And then he called my uncle. So when we got to the place where the Christmas trees were, he placed a phone call to my uncle and told him where it was, because in that area, people make deer jerky. They use every part of the deer, especially if it hasn't been shot, where it has buckshot and whatever. People, they're used to cleaning and using the hide and the meat, whatever. So he went over to go get the deer, and it was already gone. Somebody that passed it saw that it was there fresh and took it. So it was just so crazy. We got our Christmas tree. There's blood on the front of the car. My sister is in a trauma state. She just wanted to go straight home, but we couldn't. We had to go get the Christmas tree. And then we had to sell this car after it had been in. I think that's technically a crash, but we didn't crash. Yeah, but that's the one time I've hit a large animal. It was crazy. I'll never forget that. And I should have been in the front seat. I don't know how my sister got front seat from me. That was a big deal when I was a kid, was calling shotgun and ended up in the front seat. I don't know how she snaked me for that. But she was sorry that she did. She didn't want to be front row for that. Usually hunters make venison sausage, mixture of pork and deer. Yeah. The farmers markets in Iowa are wild. Like, people have all kinds of jerky. I just had some of the best jerky of my life the other night. Local butcher here that makes a certain amount every day, and they sell out every day. Ice Cream Jones, member for 19 months. Thank you so much. That's a long time. Thank you. Okay, do you see in the distance where the lights stop and it just gets dark? Those are the mountains. So that's why it's dark there. In the daytime, this is one of my favorite views. When I started up the streaming software, it told me that it gave me this like YouTube copyright notice, because the last stream that we did was in an arcade and it got pulled for copyright violations. Was anybody with me last Saturday? At the very end of the stream, we went into an arcade. The copyright gods didn't like that stream at all, and I haven't touched it since then. So when I lit up the stream tonight, or tried to, it made me read through all these things about like what's okay on YouTube, what's not. Almost all of it is what's not, unless you have written permission from the copyright holder, which is just such a weird, like, you have to click a box, they have to verify if it's legit or not. But that arcade that we went to, I ended up taking Linda back there because at the very end there was a dude that was kind of drunk and his Uber showed up, and so he gave me the cup full of quarters. Hold on, all my friends are texting me nuggets in capital letters with a bunch of exclamation points. Oh wow, the Nuggets won it. 117 to 109. Everybody just started blowing me up. So the Nuggets are going to the playoffs without a head coach, or without like a full head coach. Earlier this week, so the basketball coach for the Denver Nuggets, his name is Mike Malone. His name was Mike Malone. In the last, so not this game that we played tonight, and not the one before this. Before that, we went 4 for 7. No, we won 3 out of 7 games, so we lost 4 games, and bad losses, like really embarrassing losses. And everybody was blaming it on Russell Westbrook because he's just like such a scapegoat. He's had a hard last couple of years, Russ. The teams that he goes to end up like doing worse when he's there somehow. But and this is all speculation because nobody's come out with an official like this is what happened. But they fired the head coach and the GM because everybody was fighting about how many minutes Russell Westbrook was getting, because they didn't think he should be getting any minutes. He was on such a cold streak. And if you know Russell Westbrook, he tries to shoot himself out of a bad streak like that. He just tries to play out of it, which is not the greatest. So we still have Russell Westbrook, but we don't have a general manager. They fired him. And then we don't have a head coach. They fired him. And that's 2 years after winning the NBA championship, which nobody thought could ever happen, but he pulled it off. And I think I'm going to go to a playoff game. I'm going to try. The early games are not expensive. The first round, still pretty cheap. And then after that, the prices just get so blown out that you can't go. If they end up playing the Lakers, that series is going to be so expensive. Get well soon, Ellie. Ellie, get well. I think a couple people were thinking that the stream was going to be Saturday night. And then they got their notification like, what? We are about 12 minutes away. I might stop and get us some donuts right off the bat. I think they're open till midnight. If the sun was out right now, you'd be seeing tons of prairie dogs on both sides of the road. Denver tomorrow night. So no, tomorrow night I'm not going to be streaming. Some friends made a reservation. So some friends of mine that live in Tahoe, they're going to be in town for the next couple days. They made a reservation to go to Casa Bonita. They planned the trip to Colorado around the Casa Bonita trip, which I recommend everybody does. Those reservations go like several months out. So right now it's April. They will say, all right, on Friday evening, we'll release the new reservations for May. And then you'll just have a short period of time to reserve something before they all fill up. And so anybody that wants to come to Denver and has plans on going to Casa Bonita, you pretty much need to plan that first. And then get your airline tickets, your hotels, your other plans around that reservation, if you're interested in that. Wow, check out how dark it is out here. This is like desert dark. And I can see, I'm close enough that I can see where the definition of the mountains are starting. Now that it's getting warmer, I might start to do some more live stuff in the daytime. Go to the pump track, maybe. I might take you on a long trail ride on my e-bike. And the reception is going to be 50-50. I don't know what it's like up there. Sometimes in the mountains, because you're in those valleys, you don't get good reception. But I do have a GoPro that's on a chest harness, so I'll have some good footage, hopefully. Voodoo Donuts. Yeah, I'm going to try to go to Voodoo. I think they're open until midnight. I'm sneaking in the back way right now into Boulder. Linda just got back from a trip. We have a couple trips between now and May. And then I think I'm going to be in LA maybe at the end of May, maybe beginning of June. I'm not going to give an exact LA date yet, so that's all going to be a surprise. But I'm getting excited. It already feels like summer to me. One nice day and I'm already in summer mode. When I went to Voodoo Donuts last time, I got a couple different ones. The one that Linda liked the best was maple with Bavarian cream. So I might stop in there and just get her 2 of those. Super sweet. I like the maple frosting. But man, you have to like take a bite and then put it into Tupperware and then wait an hour. To just sit there and finish it would be intense. Okay, I think this is either Louisville or Superior, maybe? Would it be annoying to stop by and say hey at Voodoo? I don't think we're gonna be there long enough for that. Thank you for the invite though. I think we're gonna maybe even do the drive-through at Voodoo. Last time we went in, I don't think we need to go in because they were playing music inside. The music was a little explicit. I think I'm just gonna do a hit and run on the drive-through and then probably see what's happening at campus. Jeremy, did you see the news about the house fire where 4 kids lost their lives? I did not. I feel like I've been in a news coma for the last couple months. Like I haven't really been paying attention to a lot of news stuff. Which is good. I took a break, especially after all the political stuff happening right at the end of 2024. I was like, I think I'm gonna just pump the brakes on all the media stuff. Amy, is there anything cool going on in Boulder tonight that you know of? Feels like all of the events end right at 9 or so. Nobody stays up late anymore. It's kind of weird. Like midnight used to be late. And now when the street lights come on, it's late. Alright, this is one of my favorite views. Actually, this is one of my favorite views on the whole planet. This little hill right here that drops into Boulder. It's so beautiful. Hits the same way almost every single time. Boulder is one of my favorite places. Such a chill little town. I've been driving a little bit, and when I hurt my calf, I could point my toe down, but I couldn't pull it back up. And it seems like that pulling up motion, that's what I am using the most when I drive. I thought that it would maybe be a problem, but it's actually kind of like rehabbing my calf a little bit. So yeah, we'll see how long I can make it tonight. I brought the gimbal just in case we get out of the car and I need to keep it steady. But I'm not sure how much I'm going to be walking around. Probably minimal. When my foot is back like this, that's when it hurts. Putting it forward doesn't really hurt. But I don't know, I think the videos I read, they said you're supposed to be kind of doing this on your own. So this is kind of my forced rehab. Hopefully I don't have to have Linda come pick me up. Have Linda Uber to Boulder and then drive us home. I wonder if it would have been faster for me to not jump on the highway at the very end. This is one of the only ways I know how to do it though. I'm not as good with directions at night. In the daytime I can see a bunch of landmarks that kind of point me in the right direction, but if I'm in the main areas, I'm fine. Jessica and Lisa, why did you leave LA? LA, I'd been there for 2 decades in a row. So I went out to LA in the early 2000s. I got an internship at my cousin's animation studio. Early 2000s in LA was so amazing. going to all these new restaurants, going to concerts almost every night. It was just one fun event after another. People inviting me to beaches I'd never been to. People inviting me to hot springs, Mammoth, road trips to Santa Barbara, road trips to San Diego. The first 5 years I lived in LA were just pure magic. 5 to 10, that's when it started getting real. I was like, okay, this is very congested. Like, it just feels like LA is maxed out in capacity all the time. But I was moving around a lot. I was single. I was young. And then when I met Linda, well, we got together about 10 plus years ago. We lived in LA. And then I started realizing how dangerous it was when I didn't want her to go out to the car alone. Like, she'd forget something in her car and I would have to get dressed and go out with her. And we would go to Zanku Chicken or go someplace to eat. We'd see a fight. We'd see like cops arresting some homeless dude for breaking windows, or it was just always something bad going on. And the scales kind of tipped to where it was more bad than good. So Linda decided that we should maybe try Orange County. So we moved from LA to Orange County. We liked it. And then she got a job closer to San Diego. And so we ended up moving to Carlsbad. This is the long version, by the way. I know you said, why did you leave LA? This is kind of the Cliff's Notes version, but probably longer than what you wanted. We moved to San Diego. We thought it was pretty dope. I was in La Jolla a lot. I think downtown San Diego is one of the prettiest cities. There's a lot going on at night. As far as like police calls and chasing crime, stuff like that, there was a little bit of that going on in Carlsbad, but mainly you had to drive from Carlsbad to San Diego and cover it at night in San Diego. It was stressful. Most of the nights, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Sometimes there'd be a car chase and I would follow it all the way up back into Orange County or up toward LA, 2 hours away from where you started. It was still fun for me though. Even this last summer, this was a fun last summer. And then summer before last, the channel started getting really popular. So 3 summers ago, nobody cared. 2 summers ago, it was super popular. This last summer, it was very popular too. And starting last Christmas, there were a bunch of people that wanted what I had, which is really something that I never had to deal with. Doing this for like 7-ish years. A couple of those years, nobody cared at all. It was like my mom and some of my friends watching it. Very low key, low stress. And then when we started getting popular, floods of people coming in, people wanting interviews, people wanting to meet up. Hey, we have the same pizza order. We should get together for pizza some night. Just crazy popularity that I wasn't expecting. That really wasn't even like, some of it wasn't even because I was warranting it. It was like people just wanted to jump on the bandwagon, basically. And then starting last Christmas, I started getting harassed at my apartment and turning it into a police matter because I had to. We were getting things sent to the house. At the end of the stream, people were following me home. I found a tracker underneath the back part of the car. That sucked. We knew that people knew where we lived, and then I was leaving at the same times every night and streaming, and then Linda was like, I just don't feel safe here. Like, people know when you're gone. People know that I'm here by myself. Things just started to get sketchy, and that was also when I started getting swatted. I don't know if people remember that, but people were calling in that somebody called in that I was waving a gun out of the Jeep, and we noticed that there was a police helicopter following. I was like, oh, there's a police helicopter, and it just kept following us. So I knew, I was like, they're probably gonna roll us. They did. They took me out of the car at gunpoint. Sucked. But if you do this long enough, you're going to have several of those. Like, if that's going to scare you, then you shouldn't even start doing this at all. my family started talking to me and they're like, it's so dangerous right now. When are the points that you're going to stop and let it like valve and cool off a little bit? And I didn't have an answer for that. I was like, I hope I don't get hurt, but like, I'm not really prepared to stop doing it. Then Linda and I came to Colorado at the end of the summer, and I asked her, like, we had such a fun trip camping, and I had so much fun that I was like, do you think that we could live out here? And she's like, yeah, I'm willing to try it. And I'm like, no, seriously, like, we're gonna go get our stuff and move here. And she's like, okay, I'll try it. So we saw a couple of our friends leave before. They went from California to Colorado, and I called a couple of them and asked them, and they were like, we wish we would have done it sooner. They were telling me what things were better, and I was like, ooh, that's so cool that it worked out for you like that, but it's not going to work out for me like that. I love California. I love palm trees. All my friends are there, the ocean, the food, the concerts. There are a lot of things about it I like a lot. But then when we came out here, the very first thing that we really liked was the weather changes. We got to be around snow. Just so many things in our life ended up being different. We had to get snow tires. We had to get warm clothes for Linda. She didn't own any warm clothes. And then from about September, October to now, we've had so much fun. Like, the amount of comments that she makes about, I love living here. She's excited to just see all this new stuff. That's how we felt when we lived in California initially. And it was so cool to recapture that coming here. I think what's going to happen is we'll probably end up going back to California and then being happy again that we're back. So that's the plan. I don't know. We don't have kids, so we literally could move back like tomorrow. If we really wanted to, we could go back. Right now, we're having fun here. I want to be in California this summer because I just love the summertime in California. It's really expensive. It's also going to be hard to leave what I've built here, but everything that I'm doing here, I'm made to leave. Like, this is a good home base, but we want to travel a lot. And so that's the plan. We're going to try to get some out of the country destinations marked off the bucket list. I think that we will probably end up in California. That's where Linda's family lives. That's where 80% of my friends are. We have a lot of time to be in California, so this feels like a good time to fill in the new Colorado, because I grew up here, but a lot of this area is new to me. This Voodoo Donut was not here when I lived here in the 90s. So yeah, I'm gonna go through the drive-thru right now. I'm gonna get Linda 2 things, I think, and then we're gonna keep it moving. Wonder if they sell cartons of milk here. I bet they do. If they don't, that's a missed opportunity.
Hey, welcome to Voodoo Donuts.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
What can we get you?
I'm looking for the maple donut that has Bavarian cream inside. I'm not seeing it on the menu
our
yet.
maple cream?
Maple cream. May I please have 2 of those?
Yeah, of course.
And that's gonna be it.
You got it. We'll have that out the window for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
When I was here maybe 3 weeks ago, I asked the girl what her favorite one was, and then she gave me a free Voodoo Donut, and that was one of the better ones that we had in our assortment.
Hi there. It's
Hi.
874.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
It kind of depends. Right now I really like our Brainiac's Revenge. It's our feature donut. It has like lemon jelly, has like pink lemonade sugar on top, and like nerds. It's so good.
What's it called?
Our Brainiac's Revenge.
Brainiac's Revenge.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
so
we're
much.
only gonna have it for this month, so. get it.
Ooh, thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Did you hear what she said? Brainiac's Revenge donut. It has like lemonade on it. Lemon. I think she said the filling was lemon jelly. I don't think Linda's gonna be into that. The jelly inside of the Voodoo Donut was raspberry, and I think that was on the edge of what she could handle. She likes Bavarian cream. Todd Price, I know the feeling, Jeremy. Foco has changed a lot for me. In doing this streaming stuff, and I've witnessed this, because I started watching YouTube a lot, maybe 8 or 9 years ago. I have so many different interests. I'll watch live streams of people fishing. I'll watch tutorials on anything. I just watch probably more YouTube than anybody else I know. If you start doing something, no matter what, people want you to continue doing whatever they found you doing. So if you met me while I'm doing a cooking show and then I change it to something else, this is cool, but I miss all the calzones you used to make late night. Like, there will be people that will not be okay with you changing what you do. And that's what I had to kind of look into the future, take out the crystal ball, look into my own future and be like, okay, I don't know how much longer that my life is going to be exactly like this. And so that's what I decided to share, was just sort of my adventures of whatever I was doing, because it's going to change a lot. Even year to year, it will change a lot. But every 10 years, I feel like I'm just trying these different things out in life. I find something that I didn't even know about before. It sparks up my interest. Pickleball, for instance, when we lived in California, I never heard about people playing pickleball. I never heard somebody say, I'm running late because I just got done playing pickleball. I never heard the word pickleball at all. And then I moved here and people were like, oh yeah, we're going to go to Pickle and Pub, meet some people over there. We're going to hang out for a little bit. There's a place here called Chicken and Pickle. Everything's pickleball, pickleball, pickleball. And so I started getting into it. I used to play tennis when I was younger. I started getting into it around October. And I would come back every night, just huge grin on my face. Linda was like, how was it? I was like, it was amazing. It's like low-key table tennis. Yeah, it's like a mixture of like ping pong and tennis. So after a couple months of me coming back really happy, Linda was like, I think I'm going to try it. She tried it, and maybe you know this about Linda or not, but she doesn't do things unless she's like professional at it. Hold on. This lane just ended and the car behind me didn't want to let me in. If Linda started crocheting blankets or whatever, she wants to be the best blanket crocheter in history. Whatever she's doing, she wants to break world records. I don't know what it is about her personality, but she doesn't do things casually. She wants to become the best that ever did it at everything. So once she started playing pickleball, her life just became consumed with pickleball. And now she's like really, really good. I have friends calling me asking if I can ask her to fill in. And one of the reasons is because they know that she's good. They want her to fill in because they want her to like carry the team. And I think that's really funny. Because she didn't even play a couple of months ago. Here's Boulder High School. Like a couple of months ago, she didn't even know the rules. And now people are like trying to partner with her in tournaments. And that's all within like 50-day time period. You can't eat donuts, it gives you heartburn. That's what the Bavarian cream is for. So the Bavarian cream is like the fire extinguisher. The donut sparks the fire, and then the Bavarian cream's right there. This place is called The Stand. It might be closed. I think it's a coffee shop. Well, not I think it was 3 weeks ago when we were down here. We walked around on Pearl Street a little bit. The gentleman that's there that plays guitar, we got him to play a custom song for us, which is cool. Or a requested song. This is a park right here where they do like Shakespeare in the park. That's the little performance area. That dome. This is also like a stabbing park after dark. Be out of the chat for a minute. This area has a ton of pedestrians that just jump out. I'm just kind of taking the temperature right now, seeing what's happening. Last night I was hanging out with my friend that is a brilliant sculptor, and we were talking about this sculpture right here. There's a girl sitting in like a looks like a little swing, like a chair swing. I think it's cool. Ryder gifted membership. Thank you so much, Ryder. Thank you, Ellie, for letting me know. Well, there are a lot of people out. I think last time we came into Boulder, it was spring break. So I made the comment like, wow, it's really empty. And then everybody was like, yeah, because spring break, everybody left. Danny Regan, member for 18 months. What up, Danny? What are you up to tonight? Thank you for the membership, bro. This area looks so old school to me. And then the way to make an old area look new is through lights like this. LED lights on everything. It says it's 65 degrees. I don't know for sure how accurate that is, but that's what the dash is reporting. Delta Papa, member for 7 months. Thank you. That's rad. Thank you so much. Love the old buildings. We lost a lot in my city due to earthquakes. Oh, wow. I've been watching some of the Philippines aftermath. That's sad. Earthquakes do a lot of damage. T. Lucero, hello Jeremy and everyone. Hope you're all well. T. Lucero, what up? Does anybody eat Noosa yogurt? Noosa? Linda hates it, but that's the yogurt that I usually go for. Oh wow, Ben & Jerry's is open. We've been over here a couple times. They were closed every time. What if they close at 10? Let me know in the chat, what is your favorite flavor of Ben & Jerry's? I like fish food. Phish, fish food. Whoa, something's going on right here. Whoa, look at all the ball gowns right here. Dude, what is going on? Yo, what's happening? It's a prom? Little Mermaid right here. I don't know what this is. Probably a formal. I haven't thought about that, like a formal, in such a long time. Probably a formal. It's true. Did anybody watch Eastbound and Down? There was a character on there, Kenny Powers. He went back to become a teacher where he grew up, and they had him be like a chaperone at the school dance. That's one of my favorite episodes of Eastbound and Down in that first season. He has to go chaperone the dance. Herb, what up? Darren, Jack, what up? Lori, what up? Francisco. This is in Boulder, Colorado. We're right up by the hill, which is across the street from CU campus. People are already dressing like it's the summer. Okay, this is the hill. Now I'm gonna be out of the chat for a second. This is where there are a lot of kids crossing the street. And I'm probably one of the oldest people in this area right now. These kids all look like they were in high school last year at this time. Hey! Deborah, thank you so much. If you just got a gifted membership from Deborah, please thank her in the chat. Thank you for doing that. Oh, their legs are synced up, look. Whoa, their legs are, oh, we missed it. Oh, he's trying to park right here. I don't know, bro. Oh, this dude's DJing out on the sidewalk. Can you see that? Fox Theater Slacker U 2000S party. Oh, those girls were going to illegal peds. These outfits out here, we're missing out on something. Oh, he's holding her by the back of her neck. What the heck? What's he doing? Let's see what this dude's doing. That looked really weird. Oh, now a couple other people just showed up. And then this girl right here is slapping this stick around. trying to break a walnut open? What are you guys up to? The first thought in my head is like, she's trying to crack a walnut open. What else would you be doing with a big stick like that? Thank you, Mighty Bowl. Mighty Bowl's entered the room. What up? Shout out to the Mighty Bowl. All right, this is the frat and sorority area. This is where I used to party when I was 16 through 24. Jordan, what up? Every once in a while the reception is bad. The mountain, the Flatirons, the hill is really not that far away from us, so if we see the reception start to break up, I'll just turn around and go back the other way. Wow, it's dark over here. I would say over 50% of these houses are college housing. If you owned one of these houses, you might as well just sell it to somebody that's gonna rent it to students. Because listen, it's like you can hear partying all the time. Here's what the front of this house is. Fireball. Oh, I'm hearing a lot of people singing the same song. See if I can find out where they are. Maybe that's like some frat brothers song. I'll sneak in and just do lip syncing. Oh, that was a house. It says litter box. Go for it, bro. I wanted this dude to turn, but he didn't see what was happening. So the front of this house, or probably frat house, has a volleyball net. Right here. Looks all torn down right now. Maybe we'll see someone streaking the quad. Possible. Okay, so like, look on this left side. This is where I remember the big frat parties going on. Whoa, look at these dudes. Here, hold on. We'll watch these kids play some cornhole or something right here. All right, I'm gonna do it from behind the tinted window. So this is what the kids are doing. There's people chilling up here. Maybe throwing beers down to the homies. He caught it. Maybe it's a football. think they're playing cornhole in front. Actually, I don't know what they're playing. It looks like full contact cornhole. Did they just win? Looks like she's putting on her warm-up stuff already. Okay, so they just won whatever dog ball is. Oh, kind of looks like they're playing cornhole hacky sack. Anyway, this is a big frat house. Sometimes they'll have like rush night, or they'll have some. Actually, we came by around St. Patrick's Day and they were having big parties here. When there are themed parties that they advertise for, these places get out of control. In a fun way. Like if you're a kid, you want the party to be big like that. I'm sure the Boulder police are just so used to breaking up these kind of parties. Whoa, dirtiest car in Boulder right here. Jeez. Oh, here's the girl in the pink. See her in the back row? This is the girl that the guy was holding by the back of her neck. Looks like she's trying to puke in the trash can. This is the girl right here. Looks like she's putting on the cross trainers just in case she has to take off running. Meow Meow Clothing? That's new to me. Scrooge Soul. You know what? I want to see what this DJ is doing, but we're gonna have to take one more lap to get into that area. Little T spot right here. Oh, there's the cop. That clock that we just passed that says on the hill, that's the OG. This one right here. Jeez. This clock right here. This dude looks like he's selling elote, maybe. Alright, I'm gonna flip around and see if I can hear what kind of music this DJ is playing on the sidewalk. Ooh, that's a cop. To try to shoot. That's not a spot. All right, we're just gonna have to look. Here's always playing Beastie Boys. All the ladies in the house. The ladies, the ladies. I approve. Paul's Boutique, right? Hey ladies, get funky. I've got 2 turntables and a microphone. When I used to DJ early 2000s, one night we forgot our microphone. And then a buddy of mine was like, oh, just plug in your headphones. And I was like, what does that do? He's like, plug in your headphones into the microphone plug and then talk into the ear cup of the headphones. I just looked at him like, that's not a thing. You don't plug in headphones and it turns into a microphone. He's like, yeah, it does. So I plugged in the headphones into the microphone port, started talking into the ear cup. It was a microphone. I want to say that was like 98, 99 that I learned about that. And so, yeah, whenever I needed to get anybody's attention and I'm on the turntables, I just take the plug out, put it around the corner, start talking into the ear cup of the headphones. So if anybody ever needs to use that. Jeremy, you have stories for days. I'm glad somebody wants to hear them. My wife Linda, she's so over story time with me. She's like, every time that we drive somewhere, you act like you're on stream. She's like, you can be quiet too, that's fine. Actually, mics and speakers are the same, just work in opposite. Turtlebutt knows. Turtlebutt's beyond professional in the broadcasting space. What up, Turtlebutt? Turtlebutt is like a top professional with like the comical name, just to throw you off so you think it's less pro, but super professional. All right, Pearl Street looks empty enough that we can maybe take a lap. Let's figure out where we're gonna dock the ship. I'm here for the stories. Nice. The Beastie Boys once opened for Madonna. I just recently learned that Madonna was supposed to be like a... Ooh, this cop just yellow lit somebody over here. Originally, Madonna was going to be like a hip-hop R&B type act. And then they tried her doing some, you know, poppy type stuff. And people liked it, so they're like, okay, just be pop. You're gonna make so much more money. The popularity will skyrocket. And so she's like, cool. I'll just do very trendy pop stuff. I love your stories. Makes me think of my youth. So I just turned 45 in February. So yeah, a lot of these stories are reminding me of my youth too. Actually, we could have parked right there. Hello from Virginia, what up? Shoot. Sorry to the person behind me, they didn't know I was gonna pull that like last minute parking spot move. Okay. So for anybody that's just joining, so I thought that I thought I was 3 weeks under my belt of having this injury. I was telling Linda how proud of myself I was for making it 3 weeks. And she was like, no, it's been 2 weeks. Oh no. Hold on. Something just happened with my stream. Oh no, why did it stop? Oh no, it looks like the stream is stopping. Hold on. No! I don't know why it did that. It just froze out of nowhere. Okay, let's try to Let's try to do this as fast as we can, just in case. Here's what I got for Linda. Oh, wait. This is Linda's breakfast when she wakes up. All right, I don't know why the stream stopped like that. Hopefully we have some good luck when we get out. Let me grab some cash in case we see... Oh, I have no cash. Shoot. That's not good. I'm rolling with like just a little bit of coin love in here. And this is not a lot of silver in here. I'd rather not even put anything in rather than change. I'll show his Venmo. If we go by there, then I'll show the Venmo. He's got a little Venmo thing. That'll knock some change out of his coin purse. Okay, let me see how to do this. Hold on. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, let's try it. Oh, we got Sir on homies right here. I knew when I heard that sound, it's like zzz. Todd Carnifax member for 25 months. What up, Todd? Thank you, man. Okay, we're usually a little bit east of this. This is so popular here in Boulder. Okay, so anybody that's been with me for a long time, if you go to the George Floyd riot stuff in 2020, so 5 years ago, I was at the Grove, which is just a little bit south of Hollywood, kind of in Hollywood. And I was watching the looting happen at the Grove. Actually, hold on. You guys look at this. I'll try to pull up a video of what I'm talking about. Well, actually, the best way to do it, if you go to my channel and then you click on the member, like you act like you're gonna join, you act like you're gonna have a membership. Actually, hold on, I'll just try to search it. This is not the right one. This is looting in Santa Monica. It says 4 years ago. It was actually 5 years ago. Anyway, there was a girl that had that kind of a backpack on. I don't know how to say it. Flavin something. I'm filming the looting going on at the Grove. And then all of a sudden, these girls break out little mini hammers. They hammer out the windows on the LAPD kiosk, and then they light the police station on fire at the Grove, and I got it on film. I'm looking again. Hold on. Okay, it's this one right here. So this right here, that's actually the girl doing what I was just talking about. She breaks open the windows and then she lights a fire. That's her right there. That's her backpack, her like Antifa backpack. Hold on, let me rewind it. So that's her starting a fire, and then when I zoom out, look at where she's starting a fire. Los Angeles Police Department. Bro. I had the FBI hit me up for that footage. Federal Bureau of Investigation was like, hey, we want the other related footage that you have. And I was like, you pretty much have all of it. They're like, no, we want all of it. We don't want pretty much all of it that you're determining that's pretty much all of it. Not good enough. So yeah, somewhere in the FBI files is my raw footage from that night. She took her little hammer and hammered out the windows and then started a fire. I like this girl's dress over here. Hold on. She just went behind the rock. But this girl has like a white dress and it's got this black piece that comes down the middle. It looks really cool. Right there.
Makes me remember my first love. Hey, okay, buddy? Hey, Sam?
Look how big this rock is.
No, yeah. Be careful, it's hot, man. Will! Watch out, it's hot, man. See you guys, have a good night. See you soon, thank you, buddy. Another one? You like it? Yeah. Cool, brother.
I haven't eaten anything all day, so
Okay.
that didn't do it.
Got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Jackson, just give me 1 minute, okay?
That dude bought one and then he ate it and then he came back for a second one. That's a good review. My buddy that's a sculptor, we were talking about this one too. I like how wavy the fur looks on this. It's really trippy. All right, I'm gonna be out of the chat for a little bit. I didn't bring my chat phone. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to last out here. It is way warmer than the other times we've been out. Are these tulips? Should I tiptoe through here? Hold on. Tiptoe through the tulips. Tiptoe area only. Oh my God, there's tulips all over here. I think this is the same rock that we just read about, but this one you can go through the middle. Daffodils? Wow, it's actually really nice out. Last time I was freezing out here. It smells like weed out here. This dude's never been done like that in his life. Dude, I think these are tulips, and I think it's every color. Wait, I'm gonna sit here real quick. So check it out. This is the first row. This is the orange and red, and then right behind it, the purple and white. I mean, it's not even, well, it is spring, but it's not done being winter yet. Fire tulips, is that what these are called? I like these, mixture of purple and white. Tulips are a spring flower. They did a good job with these. They're in every one of them. Wow, these are the dark purples right here. Here's Ben and Jerry's that we passed. Oh, Jerry's still in there. Or actually, that might be Ben. I don't know if that's Ben or not. The lighthouse, it smells so good right here. What up? I just came in to check out this painting, or this picture. Check this out.
Eisenhower was coming to town.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's when we were then. Yeah, white down, cover.
This is what this corner looked like right here.
And it starts sweeping.
How many Eisenhower fans we have in the chat? Look at this. You can put games right here too. Thank you. Have a good night. So I didn't know that. I didn't know this. That was when Eisenhower came to town. There are a lot of people falling in love out here. Love is in the air tonight. Oh, guitar guy is over here. All right, do me a favor. Since I don't have any money, can somebody send him a Venmo? He's not gonna believe me that somebody's going to, but that's the best we can do. He's gonna recognize this. Or not. How's it going?
How about yourself?
Good to see you.
Beautiful night.
Okay, here's the Venmo.
How you doing? It was such a lazy day, and tomorrow's gonna be the same thing.
It's beautiful out today though.
I can't compete with the flowers.
Oh, you can't give them the flowers?
I said I can't compete with them.
Oh, right.
Everyone's loving
Did they just do that today?
No. They put them in about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. I've been away for the last couple of weeks, and I came back, and it's just everywhere.
Yeah. They sit there. They're just little blooms. They come down. Yeah. In May, it was raining all May and June of 23. And I saw those guys out there. There was like mud coming off the shovels. They were out picking this up. It's beautiful.
This is a live stream I do. I walk around. There's about 600 people in here, just some friends. But if I put it to the front, now it's you. Now you can say hi. We've seen you a couple times out here, and people really like your music.
Yeah. I'm tired of it. What do you want to hear?
Chat, what do you want to hear? I'll read the first one that comes up.
Okay, the first one I know.
Here, I'll let you read and then see.
What does it say? No, you just read it. Rocky
Old Man Neil Young. Old Man Neil Young one.
Give my life, I'm a lot like you are. Oh man, look at my life, I'm a lot like you are. Oh man, look at my life, 64 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise, makes me think of two. Love lost such a cost, give me things that don't get lost, like a coin that won't get tossed. I'm rolling home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life, I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Ah, look in my eyes, you can tell that's true. Lullabies, look in your eyes, run around the same old ground. Doesn't mean that much to me, to mean that much to you. I've been first to last, look at how the time goes past. I'm all alone at last, rolling home to you. Old man, take a look at my life, I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Now one look in my eyes, you can tell that's true. Oh man, look at my life, I'm a lot like you. Oh man, look at my life, I'm a lot like you.
Dude, thank you so much. We're gonna hear one more, but they want to know what's your favorite song to play? Like what's something that you love to play?
Want to hear Rocky Mountain High?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike, thank you for sending the money.
I'll get on mine soon. He was born in summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before.
He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found the key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away. On the road, hanging by a song. But the string's already broken, now he doesn't really care. They gave change at last, it don't last for long. In the Colorado Rocky Mountain, I've seen it raining fire in the sky. Shadow from the starlight, softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Behind Cathedral Mountains, he saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. They say that he got crazy once and tried to touch the sun. He lost a friend, kept a memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, forests and the streams, seeking grace every step he takes. His sight is turning inside himself as he tries to understand the serenity of clear blue mountain lake. Greg and Lindsay, thank you so much. The Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it raining fire in the sky. Not regardless unto the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Now his mind is filled with wonder. His heart still knows some fear. How the simple things cannot comprehend. So I try to tear the mountains down, bring in a couple more people, more stars upon the land. In the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Though it be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain high in Colorado. Rocky Mountain High. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it raining fire in the sky. Round around a campfire, everybody's high. Rocky Mountain high in Colorado. Rocky Mountain High.
There's a woman who works in here. She's from Japan. She heard that song when she was a teenager. She's my age. She lives here now because of that song.
Somebody in the chat just said John Denver's smiling.
Oh.
They said that they're sending you some because I don't have any money on me, but they're taking care of my Venmo. When this comes in, if it says from Jeremy Reed, that's the people in the chat in here.
God bless you guys.
And thank you so much. Last time you were here, you played. The last time we came by, you played Rocky Mountain High. It brought tears to my eyes. Same tonight. You're amazing,
I
man.
got the other one, but yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. What's your channel?
So this is on YouTube. It's just my name. It's Jeremy Reed.
Jeremy Reed, R-E-E-D.
R-E-E-D.
We'll look that up.
Yeah.
Did you post in the live streams?
Yeah. So we used to walk around Los Angeles and kind of do a live stream.
God bless you guys.
If you go to YouTube, I'll help you find it.
Oh.
I'm gonna zoom in on these tulips while you find it. R-E-E-D. And it should have like a little astronaut that comes up.
Why is he asking? I'll check it out later.
Can you see it?
Subscribe.
Okay, cool.
I was
We're-
watching the other YouTube channels where they're like doing the streets in Philadelphia. It's like, ah.
We're gonna stay for one more.
I am the eagle, I live in high country. Rocky cathedrals reach to the sky. I am the hawk, there is blood on my feathers. Time is turning, they soon will be dry. All those who see me, all who believe in me, sharing the freedom I feel when I fly. Come dance with the west wind, touch on the mountain top, sail all the canyons up to the stars, and reach for the heavens, hope for the future, all that we can be and not what we are. That was pertinent today. Children play in the dark, they don't know. I'm alone in the dark, even though time and time again I see your face smiling inside. I'm so happy that you love me. Life is lovely when you're near me. Tell me you will stay, make me smile. Living life is just a game, so they say. And all the games we used to play fade away. We may not enjoy those dreams we shared so long ago. Well, my darling, got to have you. Feel the magic when I'm near you. Cry sweet tears of joy, touch the sky. Children play in the dark, they don't know. I'm alone in the dark, even though time and time again I see your face smiling inside. I need you more than ever. No more crying, we're together. Tell me you will stay, make me smile.
That was so
I
good.
gotta work on the guitar. I just was watching Chicago play that one, and I forget the guy's name. Amazing guitar players.
How about America? Like Horse with No Name or...
I give him my best shot. When I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. And I keep on thinking about you, sister golden hair surprise. And I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent. I've been too hard to find. But it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? When I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying I just can't make it. And I keep on thinking about you, sister golden hair surprise. Just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent. I've been too hard to find. But it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? You love me just a little, just enough to show you care. When I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying, just can't make it. La-do-la, la-do-la, la-do-la.
Amazing. Thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Thanks for
We'll see you
giving me
soon.
inspiration.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave a comment.
Thank you so much. Good night. Man, he's so good. When I see people performing like that on the street, it's hard for me not to request something that I want to hear, but usually I just ask them, like, what do you want to play? Because that's when you're going to get the good performance, like what's in their wheelhouse. I think that's like the pro move. Ask them what they feel like playing. And especially if they think it's on camera, they're probably going to do like a recital piece, something that they're confident with. Ooh, look at these. He said it's hard to compete with these flowers. He said they put them up 3 weeks ago. We were here 3 weeks ago, so we must have just missed that.
Snapchat's fucking useless.
I can hear him. His voice carries like Mariah. Oh, we gotta make it. Hold on. Freebird is this next one. If I wasn't streaming, this is where I would go, down here. Sounds like they have live music down there tonight.
It's dead tonight. I don't think you could do enough. It's dead.
Dude said it's dead tonight. All of the receptacles out here, the trash cans are bear proof. That girl's smoking a joint right there. Just casually. I bet that's what Eisenhower was doing when he visited.
I have an actual
I'm so bad, but one time.
see if we have a ticket. Look at all of the rental bikes here. Ooh, it's nice outside. So what was his name? Michael Stack? I think oh, there's a fight right. Oh, there was just a fight that we missed right in front here. That girl slammed this guy that's right here. Thank you so much to everybody that left some tip money for me. I don't roll around with cash very often. We gave him a 20 last time I was out here. But last time doesn't mean this time. To everybody that threw some tip money for him, thank you so much. He's amazing. He really does give me chills. And I don't care, like, I don't want music to be perfect. I want it to have a lot of, like, emotion and feel. I don't care if it's perfect. Like, I care about the feeling. And he's got a good feel. Maybe some night we'll stop and talk to him and hear more about his story. Michael Stack. Shout out to Michael if you're watching. So this is Pearl Street Mall. Jordan, thank you for the 20. I missed that while I was out there. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I had some Mexican food here a couple months ago. This is Rio Grande. I had some good tacos and nachos up on the roof. Actually, Linda and I earlier went to a Mexican place, and it's a place that's known for their queso birria. I ended up having 2 al pastor tacos, 2 carne asada. Linda got chicken mole, which is like almost chocolatey. If you guys ever want to see that gentleman that was playing the guitar there, this is Pearl Street Mall. I'm not sure what the cross street is, but right by this Ben and Jerry's, he's on the east side of this block. So if you ever want to catch that performance live, come out to Pearl Street Mall. He's been out here pretty much every weekend that we've been out here. I think last time that we were here, we asked him to play Cat Stevens, and he did a really great rendition of that. I love Cat Stevens. And 2 times ago, we offered him a hug, and he was like, no, thank you. I was like, do you want a hug? And he's like, no, I'm good. Thank you again to everybody that sent him some Venmo love. I like this van here. Look, it's got a rhubarb on the front. What's also crazy is, so he's out there all the time. The bucket that had the area for the tips, it was empty. And you saw how many people were walking by. These are young kids on their way to the club. I don't know how much or how often young kids have cash on them. Cash is such like a old school way of paying. Now everybody's like, oh, I can't just like tap my phone and you tell me it's all good. Oh, Michael's in the chat. Shout out to Michael Stacks. Does he have a YouTube page? Maybe we could all dogpile on his YouTube page. Does anybody remember the song? We asked him to play Cat Stevens. I don't remember which song it was though. Michael Stacks, if you can hear me, do you want a maple donut with Bavarian cream? It's right here on my passenger seat. I got 2 for my wife, but I'm pretty sure she'll donate one to you if you want it. So this is Boulder, Colorado. We're on 15th right now, right by Pearl Street. We're just kind of taking some laps near the Mork and Mindy house. Thank you to everybody giving props to Michael Stacks. He's amazing. It would be cool if he could do a performance at like Boulder Theater or one of these spots. There used to be a coffee shop that we hung out at here called Paris on the Platte. No, Paris on the Platte was Denver. I think the one here was Penny Lane. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Penny Lane. $600 people in the room. Welcome everybody. Happy Friday night. Mountain Sun Pub and Brewery right here. Coffee shops are not a huge thing anymore. In the late 90s, that's what everybody was doing. Meeting at the coffee shop. That's where we were looking for girls. We would buy Lucy cloves and cigarettes, so like cigarettes one at a time. You sent Michael a Venmo. Luna and everybody else that hit up his Venmo, thank you so much. And Iggy, thank you for the gifted membership. I like the people in the chat are talking to Michael in here. That's awesome. This is where we saw Amy that night. Watched Mork and Mindy every week. Love Robin. I mean, we could go buy that. I bet we're 1 block off. Last time I looked for it on my own, I was 1 block away from where it actually was. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. $16.19 Pine. Okay, I think exactly what happened last time. I thought we were right in front of it, but we're 1 block away. So next time I feel like I'm right there, I'm just gonna be like, no, it's actually 1 block up. Oh, there's a little bunny right here. Let me Should turn. Oh, he's gonna run. Hold on. I thought he was gonna run if I gave him some light. Oh yeah, he's running. Shoot. It's so dark on this street. No, you can't see that. That bunny better be careful. There are some healthy coyotes that run around these neighborhoods. And I think it was last time that no, 2 times ago when we streamed, we saw a very healthy raccoon dumpster diving by the campus. Okay, it says we just passed it. Hold on. Okay, this is it right here. I'm just a little bit too old to have watched that routinely. I definitely caught it here and there. When I was young, my dad used to watch Bob Newhart's show. He used to watch this show called Benson, MASH, Magnum PI, Kung Fu with Michael Carradine. I hated Westerns when I was younger, and my dad used to watch all these Westerns, which just killed me. I couldn't understand, when I was younger, I couldn't understand why people would want to watch black and white movies. To me, it was like watching a moving newspaper or something. I just needed more color. Hey, thank you very much, GoVane1. I appreciate that, thank you. And Donald Fielding, respected Jeremy and all the homies from New Jersey. Donald, thank you, man. Cheers to everybody in Jersey. There's a dude on an e-bike getting ready to pass us on the right-hand side. Tom Selleck. Yeah, I used to like Higgins, and I think the guy that drove the helicopter, his name was like TI or TJ. No. What was the guy's name that flew the helicopter in Magnum PI? It's something with a T. I can't think of it. TC, that's it. TC. Nice, thank you. And then I used to play this video game called TNC Surf and Sport on regular NES console 1. Thanks again to Michael Stack if you're still in here. Thank you for the music. I appreciate that. Johnny Carson, for sure. Started streaming maybe 5 or 6 years ago, nobody really knew what was going on. So if I was holding a camera up, maybe they thought I was doing a vlog or a blog. They might have thought I was on FaceTime. They might have just thought I was filming a video. Now, April 2025, you see somebody holding a camera, you assume that they're I assume they're live streaming on one of like the 5 popular platforms: Instagram, YouTube, maybe X, maybe Facebook, Kick, TikTok. There are just so many options. And so now you really can't hide. If you're holding a camera up like this, people know that it's probably like permanent record time. You're recording something, you're broadcasting something. I kind of miss how it was 5 years ago before people knew what was happening. It was inevitable though. This area right here, you'll always find people on the street till about 1 in the morning because all the frat houses are close. This is the DJ guy right here. Here's DJ Homie. Are we doing DLTs tonight? I don't know, I doubt it. Oh no. Hopefully that's not loud enough that we get a copyright strike. Clubbing up here tonight. We be clubbing, we be clubbing, we be clubbing. No, 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 no. This place is gonna be packed till late. Fat Shack. And then the corner right here on the Kona. The campus is close. Campus is like a block away. Stevie B, I remember Stevie B. These girls all look like they're straight out of high school right here. Young crowd. I'm actually surprised it's as tame as it is with this many kids running around. Fake IDs. I had a fake ID when I was hanging out up here. Just so many kids chilling. So if you go underneath here, that's how to get back to campus. Oh, these dudes are playing hacky sack. That's the most Boulder thing I've seen all night. Jeez, I haven't seen anybody actually playing hacky sack since the 1900s. Good for you guys. That's the equivalent to like one of those farthing penny bicycles. Whoa, look at this. This is my next vehicle right here. Whoa. If anybody has a connection to us renting that party bus, let me know. We need to do a party bus tour. I might have some issues finding parking if I got that vehicle, but you know, you have to make some sacrifices when you get something big. How's everybody doing? It's 11:26 Friday night, so another half hour left in Friday. Welcome everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend. I usually stream Friday night and Saturday night, but this weekend I'm not doing Saturday night because Linda and I have plans. We're gonna go have dinner at Casa Bonita in Denver. And then next week I will report back to you, probably with some photos of how it went. I'm excited. I used to go to Casa Bonita a lot when I was in high school. And the food at that time was 2 out of 10. And 2 is being generous. It was like high school cafeteria quality food. And they renovated it. They spent almost they spent more than $40 million to renovate it. And they ended up getting a good chef. So now apparently the food is better. I'm not saying great, but I'm saying better. Which 3 out of 10 qualifies as better since it was locked in at like a 2 out of 10. When I thought earlier, right when I started the stream, I was at a car wash. And when I thought about what we were going to do tonight, I was like, you know what? Maybe we should go into Denver. And I was like, no, it's nice enough. Maybe we'll just walk around Boulder because there's going to be people out. And then I was like, all right, dude, don't do the same tour that you have done the last couple times. But that's this little drive that we've been on. This is the area that I know really well. Other than these streets, I'll probably... Oh, I thought that dude was about getting ready to crash. These are the areas that I know how to navigate without GPS. If I start going too far away from here, sometimes it turns into some areas that I'm not as familiar with. Who's playing at Fox Theater? I don't remember. I thought it said Slacker U, which doesn't sound like a band. It sounds more like an event that they rented out for the night, something like that. I don't know. I used to have some friends that were in these dorms. Jack and Neve here. Can I come to Denver and stay with you Easter week? It's cool there. Don't tell mom she's making dinner. Ha. So if you don't know Jack and Neve, Jack is younger. She's asking if she can come to Denver to stay Easter week. It's okay with me, but I don't make the rules in my house because I'm married to a woman. And when you're married to a woman, she makes the rules in the house. That's usually how it goes. That's how it goes in my house. So it's okay with me, but I'm not the one that gets to approve stuff like that. So Neve, I'll have to get back to you. The few questions that pop up into my mind are, do you have a passport? Do you have that week off? There's a lot of questions that are popping into my mind right now. All right, hold on. Neve, I'll have to get back to you. There's some police incident happening up here. I think we're gonna go over and try to see what that is. So let me get back to you on that. As of now, it's a hard maybe. And to be honest, I don't even know if I'm in town. I need to check with my schedule, but I'm traveling a lot between now and June. And this dude right here is literally in the stream doing some like catfishing with his bare hands. Oh my God. What's that called when you catfish with your bare hands? We were talking about it on the stream one night. Is it noodling? Neve, thank you again for the sticker. Mom's making dinner. What's she making for dinner? Easter egg omelets with Cadbury. Cadbury omelets. That dude was just doing some noodling right before he went back to the dorm. Okay, I think I have to try to figure out where those cops are. I think they were up one of these roads. There is a scanner that we can listen to, sort of like we used to do in LA. I listened to it for a little bit, and it wasn't something that I would just want to keep on in the background. Okay, weren't we like right here, and then we looked up the street and saw the lights? I don't see him now. Whoever said good night, Jeremy, good night. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, there was a cop right next to us, so maybe the lights that we saw, maybe those turned off right as we were coming up. Jeremy, did you get the LA dates yet? So no, but I'm about to lock those down. When I do lock them down, I'm not going to say what the exact dates are. You're gonna have to just kind of check back. The reason for that is there are people that are waiting for me to go back to LA in not the fun way. In the way of like, ooh, when this dude gets back. So yeah, I need to keep it a secret. It's gonna be, I'm guessing end of May, beginning of June. That's the best guesstimate I can give you right now. Also, I was going to go back, when I was in LA this last trip, I saw that there's a band called The Used. They're going to be playing 3 nights at the Wiltern, and each night they're playing a different album of theirs. I really wanted to go and see, I can't remember what the album is that's white, the one that's white with a red heart. I like that album a lot. So I wanted to come back and bring Linda and see that. And then I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, yeah, we're going to see The Used here in Denver. They're playing each one of their albums. I was like, wait, that's coming to Denver before LA? So yeah, I think we might catch that in Denver instead. I don't know. But there is a friend of mine that has a connection at Wiltern, and I love that venue. It's right on the corner of Western and Wilshire, called the Wiltern. It's not the greatest venue. I've just seen some amazing performances there. My favorite venue ever. Jeremy, you're starting to buffer. All right, I'm kind of cruising through this neighborhood to get back to the spot that's a little bit better. My favorite venue is here in Colorado. It's in Aspen. It's called Belly Up. The guy that owns that is very wealthy. He put in the best sound system and also the best like video system in the background. Ooh, look at how the moon is lighting this up. I was gonna say, what's all this white lighting above? That's a La Luna. There's also a location of that Belly Up theater in, I think it's La Jolla. It's somewhere, I'm pretty sure it's in San Diego County. But if you ever have the chance to go to Belly Up Aspen, do yourself a favor and check that out. It's amazing. Look at the lights all the way up on the hill. Hold on, I'm gonna try to zoom in. Look at the stoplights that go all the way up that hill. Wow. All right, that's what happens when I tried to go off of the main roads. I tried to take baseline, and baseline put us kind of up in the Flatirons. Jeremy, did you move out of California? I did. So I switched my home base right now to Colorado. And that's where my wife and I are living this month. But we're just renting right now. If we found a spot that we liked here, that we would make like our home base, I would think about moving here like full time. But right now we're just kind of checking it out. And I used to live here. I lived here in the 1990s and a little bit of the early 2000s before I moved to California. Oh. Are you hearing that? There's some kind of like concert happening over here. Can you hear that? Let's try to find it. It sounded like somebody in the band was like, "Thank you." Oh, it might have been up there. Oh yeah, we're just on the other side of campus right now. We love you. Good night. Oh, I'm gonna let you do it. Go for it, bro. Is somebody having a concert at the library? I'm searching, but now I'm not hearing it. It was on your left. Nice building. Oh, got it. Or maybe it was like String Cheese Incident playing in somebody's backyard up here. Look how narrow these roads are. We're gonna have to play chicken with this dude right here. I don't think there's enough room. Is he parking there? Bro, nice parking job. I think he wasn't even I don't even think he was parking there. He was just trying to let us by. I was just thinking the other day, like if I was in California, what would I be wanting to do? There's really no more sightseeing stuff that I haven't done. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's changed in the last couple of months, but I did so many things I wanted to do in a 20-year period there. And then when Linda and I came back here, I was like, this is actually a fun place to explore again. When I left in the 90s, I felt like I had overexplored it. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna go straight to here. Don't try this at home. This is Walnut. I should have picked up Amy and had her drive, and then I could just be doing commentary. Our library has concerts in the courtyard from time to time. I want to see you do Venice Beach. So that's the other thing too. So you're on my channel right now. You're watching my YouTube channel. There are 700 plus videos of me doing all of the LA tours, all of the Venice Beach tours, anything that you want to see related to me giving a tour in California, it's already there. And it kind of always felt like, even when I would finish a live stream, it felt like, okay, what's new tomorrow night? It was never something that I was like, okay, I've seen that and now I never need to see it again. This is Rosetta Hall. This is underneath Rio Grande. If you go to the little magnifying glass on my YouTube page and put in Venice Beach, you're gonna find walking tours, me walking you over by the skate park, the graffiti wall stuff, where Jim Morrison used to hang out. It's all there. But I'll still do more. You'll totally pilot or co-pilot. Maybe some night I'll bring my scooter up and then Amy can drive the scooter and I'll be the Titanic girl on the back just holding on. Rose. Jeremy, I enjoyed every night in LA, just seeing things and seeing what it's like. Jack and Neve, thank you. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I think in the next couple years, Linda and I live for a while out of the country. There's so many places on the planet Earth that I would like to move. Just because I was born here doesn't mean that I want to live my entire life here. I want to explore and just want to see what's out there. See if my horizons can get broadened a little bit. And then also kind of like this jaunt that I'm on right now in Colorado. Whenever I'm away from someplace, then I'm excited to go back. So now when I get to go back to California, everything is exciting. I'm looking forward to all of it. For a while, it wasn't stuff I was looking forward to. Oh, these girls that we just passed just got a piercing. Oh my God, these kids are boogieing in front of the DJ. There's a lot going on right now. There's girls to my left that just got piercings. In the city of Compton, keep it rocking, keep it rocking. These are the girls that just got piercings. They walked out of the piercing shop. Yeah, this is right by the sink. That DJ looks like he's my age. So rough, so tough. I feel like I'm becoming a worse dancer just even watching this. Oh, look at this dude in the middle. Oh my God, he's got noodle legs. I want to see crazy legs one more time. He's to the, there he is. There he is, right in the middle. Oh my gosh, bro. There's a cop behind us now, so now I'm moving. So now there's a cop behind us that's wondering why I was just parked at that stop sign for so long. So we might have a special guest appearance from the cops here. We'll see. So rough, so tough. I think it's kind of like Vegas. If you talk to a cop in Vegas, then you pretty much deserve to be talking to a cop. They're seeing so many things happening. same thing in LA. Like, for you to actually be getting in trouble, for a cop to stop and make it their business to say something to you, I'm guessing that you deserve it. Not 100%, but it's likely that you deserve it. Oh no. All right. The dude was waving me through. I was actually getting ready to not come back here because I saw this van stuck. Where these cars are in front of us, there's like a drop off. And it's not good. Like, it feels like you're driving off of a little ledge. What is this dude gonna... All right, let me know in the chat. What do you think he's about to load up in this truck? This is the back of the Fox Theater. What do you think he's gonna put in here? He didn't care at all when he saw me stopped here. So it was two local bluegrass bands that played tonight. And that back door right there is the back door to Fox Theater. I was just looking into the back. They didn't care at all that I was like just waiting here. You think I can make it through? Is that Whoopi Goldberg right here? Jumpin' Jack Flash. Yeah, so the dude saw me pulling up in the alley, and then he didn't give me like a wave, like I'm gonna be a minute or any of that. He was just kind of like, oh, okay. Hope you don't have anywhere to go. Do you see these shoes hanging from the wire up here? This is where I used to come in high school to buy like little hits of acid, or when I went to high school, smoking weed was illegal. So yeah, we would come here and buy little nickel bags of weed, or yeah, I'm not gonna name the other things that we used to come upon, but this was the alley. So you could always find whatever you wanted. People to my left, where the parking spots are, that's where people would just kind of be hanging out, selling stuff. And you knew that you could find something because there's a band playing here every night. So you could always like just kind of take a lap or two through the alley, say a couple things out loud that you wish the universe would bring into your life. And then all of a sudden somebody would be like, hey, did I just hear you say blotter or a window pane? And you're like, yeah. You holding? Jeremy, how's your mom? She's doing okay. She's had a rough 2025, but she's had a rough last couple years. Shrooms for sure, yeah. We would definitely buy shrooms. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to reverse back. You guys watch me do it because it's gonna be sketch. Maybe maybe we end up hitting something in this alley. Whoa. I can't believe that dude saw us and was just like, he'll just live in his car until we decide to leave. There's some dudes racing me right here walking. See, look. There's actually people like walking back here as I'm reversing. At least I have the bike racks to kind of like push people out of the way if I need that. But look at this. There are just people like standing back here. Nobody cares that I'm trying to maneuver this automobile. They're like, yeah, we're out here partying, bro. Like, you're the fourth priority right now. Oh, that's a good idea. I could turn around. Hold on. That's one of the things I love about the chat. They always know when there's like something I should be doing. All right, look. This guy just grabbed one last box, so maybe he's leaving after this. Let's see if he does any handshakes. All right, let me know in the chat. Do you think after these boxes he's loading, he's gonna leave? Nope. Oh. He's not Karen. His name is not Karen. Because he's not Karen. Oh, look in front of us. There's like a frat house right here. And people are partying. This area is run down. These houses feel like they've had decades upon decades of frat parties. It smells like natural light has been spilled all over the ground. Oh, and then there's a big party right here. Down on the corner. Out in the street. It's so trippy for me to be back here right now. I didn't expect to be back in Colorado, for one. Like, I can't believe I'm in this state. And I can't believe that I'm driving around Boulder on the weekend. This is what we used to do when I was 15, 16. That dude just ran the stop sign right there. This dude is DJing the funk. Hold on. I'm gonna try to park right here. If I park right here, we're gonna get a copyright strike. And gotta have the funk. We want the funk. The P-Funk All-Stars are out here tonight. So I asked that guy, I was like, is the band called Slacker U? And he said no. And he named 2 local bluegrass bands. I can't think of what their names are now. Ooh, look at the cops here on the right. Oh, it looks like they're getting ready to swarm this party. Oh, did you see? So you see how they're all meeting up there on the corner? 1 block up is where all those kids are partying. Oh no, it's this one right here. Hold on. Are they getting ready to bust this party? Look on the top. When I was younger, the cops used to do a ticket called MIP, minor in possession. So they would see kids drinking and they're like, how old are you? And the kid would say 21. And they're like, I'm gonna need to see your ID. Nobody's 21 on the dot. And then you're like, oh, I must have forgotten it at the bar. And then they look up your real age and you're 17, and then they give you MIP, minor in possession. Man, I wish we could have seen a little bit more of that noodly leg dude dancing. He must do yoga. That was like some super flexible leg work he was doing. You were here for the riots? Nice. I saw the coverage of it. I wasn't up here though. I was covering California USC riots. All right, there's a cop that's getting ready to pass right here. He's he looks like he has a destination already. These buildings on the right, almost all these are student housing or some kind of student related thing. When I was partying up here, everybody would have a really terrible couch out on the patio. So that's where you would hang out late night. That's where people were smoking and chilling out on the front porch. Well, toward the end of the year, so a lot of kids would just put their furniture and whatever in the dumpsters because they were going back to the East Coast or wherever their family lived, and they didn't want to go through the process of selling their stuff, so they just throw it away. Then at the end of the year, there would be these big parties up on the hill, the frats that are winding up, the sororities, and they would take those terrible couches and set them on fire. And that is kind of what, I don't want to call it a riot, but once you have a big bonfire and drunk kids like running around the bonfire, cops don't really have a sense of humor about that. So yeah, there would always be some chance for someone's horrible, like stinky, mildewy couch to get set on fire. And then whenever you'd see somebody's terrible couch on fire, you were like, I know several couches that would look better on fire. Not surprised that there was a riot. Dead Poet Society. I am getting ready to end for the night, but I'm gonna see how long the line is at Taco Bell. Maybe I'll go grab a taco. Amor, were you up here for the last round of unruliness? How long ago was that those riots happened? It became against the law to have couches on porches, decks, etc. So I just saw a couple. That doesn't surprise me that they made it a law that you can't do that. I probably would support that. I don't know if I'd vote for it, but I would quietly support that, because even if you thought that it was a good idea to sit on one of those couches, you'd sit on it and then you're like, oh my God, it's wet, because it was out on their porch. It might have gotten rained on. It might have had like so many weekends worth of beer spilled on it. But even if you didn't get wet, even if you stood up and you're not wet, you smell like years and years of mildew, because that couch was just sitting out there through the snow and through everything. So I don't know. I like to smell good. I at least like to smell clean. Like, I'm not doing a lot of cologne. I am doing a spritz and then running through it. But yeah, I like to smell good. I like to smell like soap. Okay, we're at Taco Bell. What do you guys want?
What's up? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. What can we get for you?
Do you still have the double-decker taco?
We got double stack taco.
Can I do 2 of those with sour cream?
All right, anything else?
And that's going to be it.
All right, man. 588. We'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you. So I said, do you have double-decker? And he said, we have double stack. What does that mean? I said okay without even knowing if it was okay, but what's a double stack? That's like something I'm used to hearing at Wendy's. Double stacker? I'm gonna look it up real quick. It says a crunchy taco filled with seasoned beef, lettuce, fiesta strips, cheddar cheese, all wrapped in a flour tortilla. Does that mean they have beans in it? Hey, Randy, here's 10 for tacos. Yo, thank you so much. Randy, thank you for thinking of me. And Ellie, 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Ellie. If you just got a gifted membership from Ellie, please let her know in the chat that you appreciate that. What's a fiesta strip? It's a tortilla strip, but they probably dyed it like purple. Where people I think one of the things that's fun about being in my chat is how much I miss that the actual people in the chat, like, something will happen and I'll find out about it a day later when I'm like scrolling through. Yeah, I miss a lot. That's why I was looking forward to doing more home streams so that I could be like in the know a little bit more. But then when I'm at home, I'm still going off on these rants and missing so much. It's hard for me to see everything in the chat. Ellie went to lay down. Ellie's always kicking it in. Thank you so much, Ellie. I'm sorry that I didn't see that. Jordan, I love you, bro. You're the coolest. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. So I'm still confused. Double stacked taco. How is that much different than a double decker? Probably because they don't have the beans on it, right? Double stacked taco. Yeah, look. Instead of having that layer be beans, it's cheese. I actually don't like that as I wanted their just add water beans. Who is Amy? Shammy Cakes from the chat is Amy. We were at Pearl Street Mall one night and Amy came and said hi to us. So if people in the chat are saying Amy, I'm guessing it's that Amy. Jeremy, you should talk to Jacob about his news. Would be great to see you both live. Yeah, I'd love to do something with Jacob. Maybe when I come visit next. Hi.
Would you like any sauces?
May I please have a lot of hot?
Hot sauce?
They're playing like loud reggaeton in there. There's Amy, Shammy Cakes. That's the Amy that people are probably talking about. That's my guess. Oh yeah, Diablo. Thank you for saying that. Who said that? Ed Storm, yes. I always forget Diablo. I need to just keep a little baggie of Diablo in here. You need to do one with Hicks again too. Yes. I can't wait for that. I like riding with Hicks. May I please have a Diablo sauce too?
Yeah, I got it.
Cool.
I got. Oh, you already paid?
Yeah. Diablo and hot, please. Thank you, bro. Have a good night. That dude looks like another guy that I know. Whenever I see that guy, I have to like stop and like remind myself it's not this other dude. I miss the Lamborghinis. Denver doesn't have luxury car dealerships. Yeah, the best way I can describe it is Denver is a regular place. In my mind. Like, I've been all over the United States. I've been out of the country a lot. Denver is like a normal spot. LA, Southern California, not a normal place. And that's what was cracking me up about living there, was a lot of people. Like, I have a lot of friends that have lived in Southern California their whole lives. They were born and raised in LA. They still live in LA. There were so many things that I was seeing on a daily basis that were just mind-blowing, but to them, that was a normal thing. That's how the world worked in their eyes. And so I think that's one of the reasons that it would give me the edge when I was out filming stuff, is I'd be like, what's that? Oh my God, what's going on over here? My eyes knew I wasn't seeing stuff that happened normally. And, oh, look. So the black one's Diablo. And then a bunch of these hots. Let's see what we got. He gave me a lot, too. Oh, it's hot. I'm going to do the sunroof. Oh, hold on. This is the moon roof. It's got a double sunroof. So that's what we're venting right now. Thank you again to everybody that threw down Venmo money for Michael. Hold on. I'm applying the hot sauce. Oh, this actually looks good. I would have preferred beans. So this is a double stack. I've got water, high quality H2O as the drink for tonight. Okay, first bite with the tortilla strips. It's good. The beans would have been better. Beans give me phlegm. The sour cream is what pulls all of this together. I want to go to Taco Bell now, but I'll lose my parking spot. So that was an issue when Linda and I lived in LA. People would invite us to things, and this is pre-Lyft, pre-Uber. We would get invitations to things that we're like, we can't come. I guess in theory we could have taken a taxi, but taxis were not cheap. We used to change plans based on our parking spot. So that hits home with me. Jeremy, because of your one home stream, I bought the same water distiller as you. Really? Sharby, what do you think? Oh, next time ask for beans. See, I'm not even that smart. I'm not smart enough to be like, oh, this is what I want, but they're not offering it. I'm not even smart enough to like just add it. Joy says, I never took a taxi in LA, but I did in other countries. I was with a friend of mine. It was a girl. We were in Barcelona. We were in Spain. We checked into this hotel, and the people at the hotel were like, oh, are you here for the game? And we were like, what game? And they were like, it's Barcelona versus Real Madrid at Camp Nou. So Camp Nou is the soccer football stadium in Barcelona. We didn't know anything about that match. And the person at the hotel was like, do you want me to find you tickets? And this girl and I were like, yeah, I guess. Like, it looks like everybody's really stoked on this. He ended up finding us tickets, and they were like $500. And we were just looking at each other like we were thinking it would be like 120 split. So we ended up doing it. We paid the money. We went and watched Barcelona versus Real Madrid at Camp Nou. Hold on. As soon as I finish this, I'll pull up some pictures for you. It was one of the highlights of my entire life. And we didn't even know it was going down. Let me look for a picture. Hold on. That's the other thing about me. I don't care what people believe or what they don't believe, because I take pictures of everything. I've had a camera on me since I was 14 years old. Like, you don't have to take my word for anything. I have pictures and videos for everything. Oh, I want to show you this. This is me at the mall in Spain. So look, this says 2010. Look at my shoelaces. I've always had one shoelace one's yellow, one's black. These are some wings that, oh, whoops. I had these like Jeremy Scott wings on my shoes. But look, this was in a mall. It was just a dude taking a crap. Look at the crap on the ground. Magnum, I guess that's the name of this mall. Hold on, that's not the picture that I was gonna try to show you. Un momento. But yeah, like anywhere that I was seeing stuff that I thought was cool, I was taking photos of it. Okay, this was in front of Camp Nou. So Barcelona won. They had Messi. I thought this was this was just right on like a bed sheet that they made that. Well, now I know I have the photos in here. Oh, look at this. So this is the church that they're building in Barcelona. It's taking them like 150 plus years to build this. And when you're standing there, when you look at the detail, it is absolutely insane. I'm not good at zooming on this, I'm sorry. The detail's crazy. And I did the whole tour inside of this church. I'm a huge stained glass fan. I love stained glass windows. This is all inside of it. Oh, look at that. Look at the ceiling. Dude, it was so crazy. Sagrada Familia, yeah. Okay, let me find the other photos. There's this guy. His name is Antoni Gaudi, and amazing artist. And it showed that when here, I'll show you. This is in the basement of that church. He hung these little sandbags like this, and he hung them upside down. And then when you looked in a mirror, you could see this top part is what the church is going to look like. But he did it in reverse. And so they showed him, he used to study sequoia trees in Northern California. And the base of a sequoia tree is like this. It like rounds up into the trunk of the tree. And he saw that the design of it kind of coming up like this made it so fortified versus like a pillar. Like let's say that you put a pillar up, pillar could just be knocked over. But if you have those base things that come into the pillar, it fortifies it. He made it, he designed this church so that over time it would just compact and compress and get even more solid. And so he was like, okay, I want this to be here forever. How do I make it so that over time, instead of it getting weaker, it gets stronger? And I thought that was so interesting. There's a picture of him standing, maybe I have it in here, standing by a big sequoia tree. He also made furniture. I thought his furniture was amazing. Oh, right here, I have it. So he's looking at the base of this sequoia tree, and he's realizing like, okay, instead of just a regular pillar, I need to do these edges like that. One of my favorite things in life, it's called biomimicry. And any problem that you can think of, you ask yourself, how would nature solve this problem? Because more likely than not, the way that nature would solve it is the best way to do it. And I just think that's so cool. Like for instance, if we were going to develop a drone and then we kind of survey all of the different insects that can fly, bees, dragonflies, hummingbirds, and then you go, okay, I want a drone that's like a hummingbird. And then you see its shoulder blades doing like a figure 8. And you're like, okay, we'll make a helicopter that the blades do a figure 8. We can't. We know that's how they do it. We know that's how a dragonfly does it, or a hummingbird. We can't do that. Well, probably somebody can now, but that's the thought of biomimicry. It's like, how would nature do this? And it's usually the best way. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna get off on all these little tangents, but he also developed furniture, and I'm really into like amazingly made furniture. And this is all in the basement of that church if you ever want to go take a ganders yourself. I posted this in 2010. I have a ton of stuff that's labeled private on my YouTube just so that I can reference it. Oh yeah, I'm looking for the Camp Nou photos. Hold on. Okay, this is another tangent. I'm sorry. But this is, he liked, what's his name? So these are some of the mosaic things that he did. He liked, what's his name? Da Vinci. And somebody else. I can't think of it right now. But he did all of these works where he was imitating artists. Look, this is supposed to look like a wave. Like the curling back of a wave. Who's the artist that he always has just like things dripping and oh my god, this is gonna drive me crazy. I can't think of it. Man, I need to go back to Spain. That's such a fun place to visit. As I'm going through these photos, it's just pulling up all these other photos. This is this is when I was in an ice bar in London. They give you cups. These are the cups that they give you. Oh yeah, Dali. Thank you so much. It's Dali. He liked Salvador Dali, and he made a lot of his architecture based on that art. They give you these cups in the ice caves, and then when you're done with it, you just throw the cup into the fire and melt it. I think it was called like 10 below or something like that. Okay, I found it. Okay, so this was the football game that I went to. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Look at the crowd. That's the crowd doing that with the color. It blew my mind. That's the crowd. Barca versus Madrid. And so it was Messi, and then on the other side, God, who's that super famous dude that everybody likes now? God, I can't think of his name. He was on Real Madrid. And at the time, he was dating Shakira, and we were staying at the W Hotel in Barcelona, and that's where Shakira, Hips Don't Lie girl, was staying. Who's the real famous guy on Real Madrid? I think it starts with a G. He's like a very handsome dude that everybody likes. Oh yeah, Ronaldo. So it was Messi versus Ronaldo. And Barcelona came out 4-0, so the whole crowd was going crazy. That's the girl that I was hanging out with there. And then afterward, this was like, we were hearing all kinds of like crazy fireworks and stuff going on. That's the girl that I went to the soccer match with. It's my friend Candace. Yeah, so I don't know what photos are coming up after that, but we weren't going to go to the game. Then this person at the hotel was like, you have to go to this game. Like, this is like, the rivalry is insane. And so we had to go. We checked it out. When somebody said I haven't been in taxis in the United States, but I've been in taxis in other countries. After that game, it was really cold. It was kind of rainy. I stood out in front of this business trying to hail a cab, and they were just all kind of looking at me and driving by, and I was like, oh, maybe they already have somebody, maybe they already have a destination. I was out there for over an hour. So this girl was just looking through the glass, like, and I'm trying to hail down all these taxis. It turned out that it's against the law for taxis to just pick somebody up on the street. You have to go into like a hotel and then ask the front desk, will you please call a taxi to come over here? I didn't know that. This is a crazy story. So all of a sudden this taxi stopped and he's like, where are you guys going? And I told him W Hotel. Camp Nou was so far away from W Hotel. And so the dude was like $100 off the meter or something. And I was like, no, bro. And then the girl inside was like, no, tell him yes, because we need to get out of here. So we're off of the, like, he didn't put anything in. He then, like, we're in the back seat and he gets on his phone and he makes a phone call. We're in the back seat off the books. He's talking to somebody and he keeps like looking up in the rear view mirror. And so I pull up the notes function in the iPhone and I put if anything happens, so in the notes I put, if anything happens, meet me back at the hotel. I was like, get out of the taxi cab and meet me back at the W. And then the girl I was with, she grabbed the phone. She's like, what are you going to do? I was like, if he doesn't take us to where we're going, or if anything happens, because I was sitting behind him, I was like, I'm just going to strangle him from behind. And she starts frantically like, no, please. I just want to go back to the hotel. I was like, you're going back to the hotel. I was like, we've already established that. I'll meet you back there. I was like, I don't know if I'm going back to the hotel. She was like, please. Hold on. Sounds like there's a cop coming. So yeah, I've been in some sketchy situations where the taxi will take you to a dark alley or will take you to their friend's house or something. And obviously we were from out of town. Obviously we probably had money or passports or whatever. So I thought this dude, because he didn't, like, we didn't know where he was, like the route he was taking us through. So I just told this girl, I was like, if something happens, this is the plan. And she was like, no, please. I was like, obviously, I hope this doesn't happen, like, but we need a plan for that. So many dudes just passed in front of me right here. Hold on, I'm finishing this taco. And the last half of that ride, I'm just staring at him in the rear view mirror like this. Like, bro, if you're gonna try to get crazy with us, you're gonna get met with crazy right back. And I was just hoping, like, that the look I was giving him, that this dude was like, maybe we don't run the play on this dude. What happened in LA? With what? In LA, I've had so many different people try to just get in the car thinking I'm their Uber. And then Linda and I have also messed up twice and tried to just get into regular people's cars that we thought were our Uber. Did you pay the $100? We did pay the $100, yeah. And he did take us close enough to the hotel that we were like, we're just getting out. It's fine. Did you relocate? Yeah. I'm in Colorado right now. I went to sing inside one of those old churches. Another crazy thing. So my sister lived in England for a while. She lived in Korea, Argentina, England. My sister's lived all over the world. At that time, she had just had a baby. So we went over to England. This is while she was pregnant. Hung out with her. And then when we went back, after my little niece was born, we had a whole separate trip. And on the first trip, I didn't get to see many castles. And then on the way back, I was like, I really want to see some castles. So we started going into all these castles, and it was amazing. And then we would take these steps that would always go up into the higher levels of the church. And the stairway always went one direction. It was like a curve around stairway, but it always curved to the same direction. And during one of the tours, the person was like, have you ever noticed that in England, the stairs are always like right to left? I don't remember if it was right to left or right. And I thought about it and I was like, yeah, all of these different churches, the stairwell has always been on that side. And he said, that's for sword fighting. That's for when you're sword fighting somebody and you can still like continue the sword fight down the stairs. I was like that's what I'm in the era where it was just hunter-gatherers and people wielding swords. Iggy Maldonado, thank you so much, man. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. And Dan got it. Congrats to Dan. These dudes just got rejected. They tried to go inside the windows. Jeremy got allergies. You can hear it. I have bad allergies. My allergies are on a timer. If you've been with me for a long time, at the end of the streams, that's when I start getting like really congested. My voice sounds different. I'm going to end the stream here in a second. As soon as I end the stream, I'm probably going to fill like a napkin when I blow my nose. I definitely have seasonal allergies. The other night, Linda and I were looking for a place to eat. And I looked through the parking lot and I go, oh, there's a place right there called Chuck and Don's. I was like, maybe it's barbecue or something. This is what it was. All I could see was this part of it. So I could just see Chuck and Don's. I was like, oh, maybe we should go over there. And then I looked, it was pet food. Grooming and self-wash. Ooh, I just saw a fire truck go by. It looks like it's going toward the dorms. I am going to end the stream here in a second. Usually I do Friday night and Saturday night. This week I'm just doing Friday. Tomorrow I'm going to Casa Bonita with some friends to have dinner. It's going to be Linda's first time ever being in Casa Bonita. Ryder, grab yourself something to drink. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, LEE, for holding it down. Ryder, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Thank you for showing Ellie love, too. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you. And I have breakfast for my wife. Any husband knows that if you come home with gifts, that's like That's the way to do it. That's the pro move. Oh shit, I was right. Hold on. I said probably they're going to the dorms. We're here at the dorms and they're all rolling up. Hold on, there's a fire truck in front of me and behind me. So I'm guessing that somebody just passed out in one of these dorms. They have the ambulance and fire truck. And we have kids chilling out here. Is Linda Reed in here? Oh shoot. Checking in to see how close Jeremy is to coming home. What up, baby? For all the Linda Reeds in the chat, I grabbed a donut for you. And nothing goes well with a donut but a bunch of Diablo and hot sauce. I just dropped one between the seat too. Hey, Warlocket's in here. Yeah, what up, Warlocket? Anybody here remember Shep, the old toll dog? I don't. So the ambulance is right here. Oh, he's driving on the sidewalk, I think. Yeah, he's on the sidewalk. Okay, he's off-roading over here. Dev drives on the sidewalk. I believe it. I'm going to repark. Hold on. One thing that Linda doesn't like about my driving, let's say that I'm gonna pull over up here to the left. As soon as I get close enough to a place that I'm going, I unbuckle my seatbelt like a block before I get out. And then the thing's chiming, ding, ding, like letting me know that I need my seatbelt on. She's like, why are you always doing that? I was like, I don't know. I think it's from golfing when you're like almost at the destination and you like start skidding your foot on the ground. All right, here's the ambulance. They're putting some dude in a hospital bed here. I'm keeping it moving though. Probably just too much Capri Sun. You know how those kids do with the Capri Sun. These are the dorms right here. I was just about to pull in there and then I realized there wasn't a a place to pull in. This might be bike lane. This is bike lane. Okay. Hey, Ryder. Here's a little more to add to the 20. Grab Linda something. Hey, thank you so much, man. That's so dope, Ryder. Thank you, man. Yeah, these are some of the dorms where kids are probably up studying very late. I've never seen, well, not never, but I rarely see the ambulance do an extreme curbside pickup like that. Whoa, look at all the bikes. Sheesh. Whoops. So here's the sidewalk that this ambulance is on. They're just gonna come right down this sidewalk. Crazy, the ambulance is like, we know where we're going. Fire truck just left. All right, I was thinking maybe I was gonna wait to see this ambulance leave, but all we're gonna see is them come down the sidewalk and then peel out and leave. Jeremy, it's good to see you and Linda are doing well. Never hardly catch you live since you moved. Glad all is well. Wizard 13, thank you so much for that. Thank you for all the love, Ryder, T. Lucero, Teresa E. Thank you to Ellie for all the love tonight, even though she didn't feel well. Ed Storm, Darren, Jack and Neve, Joy, Warlocket, GC, Travis, Jack. Thank you very much to Michael Stack. That's the gentleman that was playing some guitar for us earlier. I'm about to head home, get some sleep, get ready for Casa Bonita tomorrow. Thank you so much. Lindsay, I saw that you left a tip for Michael Stacks. Thank you so much. Everybody that threw him some Venmo love, thank you. Sharby, Trace, Travis, Darren, to everybody that hung out, thank you so much. Stay tuned. I might do something midweek this next week. I'm not sure yet. If it's nice, I might try to do like a little bike stream or something. Angelo, Linda Reed, thank you to everybody. Please leave comments after the stream. Anything you want. And I'll see you next week. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Have a great Sunday. Bye.